Hello lovelies, welcome to today's video. So I've got an art journal process that I did just this morning. Now this page was inspired by the lovely Neve, and I got a really itchy nose. My hay fever's playing up something bad today. And I'll link to her video down below. I was just watching a bunch of videos the other night and I loved the way she did her background technique. Now, basically she was layering colours on top of each other, and the way she was applying the paint, she was layering it, what's the word I'm looking for? Swiping it, yes, she was swiping the paint onto the page. Now, the difference, so I've done this technique before. I love to apply paint in different ways, using a brayer, using my hands. I'm not really big on paintbrushes. And obviously you've seen me use my silicone brushes before, and I have slapped paint down like this. Only difference is I don't have a lot of patience, and I don't usually dry all my layers, so I tend to use colours that are close together on the colour wheel, colours that work well together and will blend together, as opposed to very contrasting colours. Now, if you head over to Nee's video, you will see that she used very different colours on the colour wheel. So to stop getting that yucky mud colour, she dried all her layers in between. So that's what I did today. You don't see much of it because I cut all that out. I find it boring in a video to see me dry every layer of paint. But that's what I have done. So between layering a new colour, I've dried it off completely, so my colours won't blend and mix together. And that's how I'm able to layer green and red and not get any form of mud colour. It generally happens when it's more orange and green, or I don't know, off the top of my head I can't think of any right now. You know what I mean. When you mix certain colours together, you get that lovely mud colour. So of course, while I was watching her video, I was very, very much inspired and wanted to get creating straight away, which of course I didn't do. So when I finally got back to it and had the time and wanted to do it, it didn't transfer to the page as I saw in my head. But, you know, I haven't created an art journal page in probably a week, or maybe even coming up on 2. It's been a while since I've been in my art room. So, yeah, it's been hot during the day, and then at night I'm too tired, and, you know, life of a parent, at nighttime you just, you know, you're going to chill out and go to bed. So I just haven't really had a lot of time to create. I've been doing my design team things, and that's really it. So I'm really wanting to get back into my art room more. And then on top of that, we were sick last week as well. So that, you know, anyway, enough rambling. So basically, I'm a little rusty is what I'm saying. So I started out coloring both these pages, but I knew I didn't want to do a double spread. So I've decided to continue on the one side. Now, I'm trying to bring in some darker colours. I'm not using black, I'm using night. And I'm thinking maybe that's why it's a bit translucent in some areas. I was quite surprised. I'm trying to apply it. I'm like, why is it not covering? But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's because I used night. I love night. And also I couldn't be bothered getting my black out. So I had it out, so I used it. And then to add some more marks to the background, I'm getting out some stamps. So this is an All and Create set. Off the top of my head, it's not here anymore. Or is it? Here it is. Oh, doesn't matter. It doesn't tell me what it is anyway. So I love mark making stamps of all kinds. So I have, you know, if I see a stamp set I love, I'm going to buy it. And this is an All and Create one. I do know that much. And it's just got a few bits and pieces that I thought would be good in the background. And for that, I'm using ink. Now, because of the paint I have down, I did have to dry a lot of my stamping as well. Because, yeah, it was strange. I don't know, maybe, it'd be the way I layered the paint down. So, but anyway, so yeah, I had to make sure my ink was dry. And then because I wanted to tone bits of it down, I thought it looked like a hot mess. I wasn't overly happy with it. I decided to bring in some white gesso to some areas, just to try and tone down a few of those parts that I didn't like. Really didn't like it after I did this. It looked weird. It looked forced, basically. I should have used my brayer. I think that was the difference, because I used my silicone brush and tried to layer it. It just didn't work. So I keep moving forward. this was basically just about getting back in my art room and making something. So even though I didn't love it at this point, I kept going, and I'm glad I did. So I got my white paint pen. I have to admit, this is a Jane Davenport Snow White paint pen, and you will notice I've gone through some wet paint. I haven't killed this thing yet. I have done this a couple of times, and I haven't killed it. So, you know, there's something to be said for these paint pens. They're pretty cool. Now, I've tried to take another page out of Neve's book and use some fluoro paint pens. Doesn't work very well on this page, so I might have to try that again. Neve is the queen of fluoro. Whether it be neon paints or fluoro paint pens, she can use them, and it just looks like a work of art, like it's meant to be there. Me, I do it and it looks weird. But anyway, I'm trying to, you know, to step out of my comfort zone a little more. So right now on the right hand side, I'm a bit lost, so I decided to move on to the left. I don't really do much to it. Just as I was doing it, I thought I wanted something different on this side. So instead of putting white paint down, I decided to go with black. Again, I'm pretty sure it's night, so not entirely black. Honestly, I actually really like it. So when I move on to that page, I don't in this video, but when I do, I'll have to show you how it ends up. My tripod fell down, so I had to readjust. So yeah, now I'm working on my focal image. I think I messed up a bit here. I put this stamp straight onto my background. I think it would have been more noticeable if I had to put white gesso there and not everywhere else. So in my mind, I'm already redoing this page. In my mind, the only place I have white gesso is here behind my quote for my focal image and nowhere else. So maybe that would have worked a bit better. But, you know, like I said, it's a page in my art journal. Maybe I can try it again and put that theory to the test. So I'm drying off the ink, and it wasn't really quite noticeable. Well, it was, but I thought I could have made it more noticeable by going over it with my Foodable pen. So that's what I did. I don't like my handwriting much, but because literally I'm tracing over this stamp, it actually looks quite cool because I'm just tracing it. It looks like it's my handwriting, but it's not. But anyway, so when I stamped it, you saw me press really hard, and it accidentally gave me the outside of the stamp too. But I actually didn't mind that. I thought it would help draw your eye to my focal image, so I've also drawn some little marks around my page as well, around my quote. So of course I turned off the camera, and because I didn't like the plain white, I then go and add to it off camera. I really have to learn to put my camera on when I am not happy with a page. And then because I didn't like that plain white, just in those areas, I then brought some more white in with my brayer, and I think that really helped. So yeah, I think that helped the page come together a bit better. So I really should have recorded that. But anyway, that's it from me. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Even if you haven't liked the page, I hope you've liked the process. And thanks for watching. I'll be back real soon with a new video. Bye for now.